Connor, y'all bring back a very experienced O-line. What's that like, just knowing what y'all have this year? Y'all are a bit of a mystery last year.
It's nice because there's not like as much like learning like the first day. Like, oh, this is like the first time I've heard these words. Like everybody knows the words we're saying. Everybody knows the terms. Everybody knows what the expectations are. So it's nice you're not having to like really like reinforce those. Like right now, like everybody's like we installed way more than what we did last year. Like we're already like starting to like really push it. So that's a really nice part to have like really experienced like offense.
How comfortable are you with the offensive line? Kind of leading the offense at least early on this season, being the most experienced group.
It really hasn't changed, honestly. Like me, Grant, and Gall, like we're just like it's our O line. We've embraced that. But we also like it's like everybody's O line too. It's not just like ours. It's like us three, and then like Byers and Micah and Mose, and even like the freshman just got here. Like all that stuff. So it's not like just us.
Connor, what's the difference coming in as defending Big 12 champions as opposed to last year when you guys went in with no expectations and then did what you did?
I mean, standard's still the same. Like we haven't changed anything. We're still gonna do the same stuff we did last year. Like same workouts, same practice, same meetings. Like none's gonna change. So I don't really feel like a change has happened.
But what did last year though do for this program though? After the year before Coach Aranda's first year, we know this, the COVID and all that. What did last year do for this program?
Last year, I think just it gave us a confidence. Like we were trying to find ourselves, and like after last season, everybody was like, all right, like we know what we can do. So there's no like reason to not like approach it that way.
I know this time last year there was still a lot of questions of who the five were going to be. Has that kind of been settled out in terms of who's starting, or are y'all still kind of rotating?
Yeah, we're still rotating. I mean, it's the first day of camp. Everybody's playing everywhere. Everybody's getting reps at every position. I don't know when that decision will be made, but we're just every day is one day at a time. At this point.
Last year, Abram Smith was such a spark for the offense. Is there a guy or two that you look at this year that you think could provide that spark now that Abram's gone?
I mean, we're deep in the running back room now. We got some guys who are going to ball, and I don't think it's just going to be one dude. I think it's going to be like the group as a whole is going to like feed off each other. It's not going to be just like one guy. Like everybody's like really good at something. It's like everybody will like make their own plays type stuff. So I don't think it's going to be like one dude's going to like spark. It's going to be like the whole group's going to spark it.
Let's talk about the guy you're protecting back there. What is the feeling going into camp with Blake under center?
I mean, obviously there's a lot of stuff y'all don't see. Like last year, he took a lot of reps with the ones and like the ones you could say like rotating in GB like all that stuff. So it really like wasn't that big of a change with like Blake, and he would always watch film with like the O line and GB and Blake and all that stuff. So when he came in last year and like now like it wasn't a change, there wasn't a drop off. Like everybody's used to like his tendencies, everybody's used to GB. So it was like no, it wasn't like weird for us at all.
Is he taking on a bigger role coming into this year? Do you think there's a sort of?
Yeah, he's stepping into like more of like a vocal role now. That's going to take time. That's a process with like a first year guy type stuff, but he's doing a great job so far.
What have you added? Competition like between the two lines? What's the friendly competition like between the two lines?
Oh, it's a lot of fun. We all work out together through the whole summer, like the spring and all that stuff. So like everybody knows everybody. Everybody is like talks mess. Like it's more of a thing where we just make it fun with each other to make practice fun and like to not dread practice. So it's a really good time, especially having like a vet front seven. Like we know how to practice. We know like when to like not crush each other, when we have to go hard, like that type of stuff. So it's nice. It's fun though.
Where have you grown the most personally? Like you decided to come back. What have you added to your own game?
Me personally, I took a huge step in my opinion, like in like the weight room with Vic and like off the field leadership, like really like force myself to be like a more vocal guy, like in those situations that, like, where stuff needs to be said. I'm really trying to push myself in that aspect, and just like on the field like with like the O line, we're like really pushing, like saying what needs to be said when like no one's saying it, that type of situation, and just being there for like the whole team. I'm really trying to push myself in that aspect.
Connor, you said you came back, if I recall correctly, you said there was kind of a few small things you really wanted to work on, like your power at the point attack and things like that. How do you keep that at the top of your mind, another year here at Baylor? What are you doing day in and day out to kind of achieve those goals so that you get where you want to be?
Like on like the desk and like where we have our meetings, we have like little like goals and stuff like that. So we have it every, like we see it every day on like our little goal sheet. But it's just something like as a player what you have to work on. Like you kind of keep that in the back of your mind. Like so like when you're working out, you're like, all right, I really got to focus on this, like to help me with that. And like when like you're watching film, like oh like I did that bad, like I need to like work on that. And it's like so it's like normal stuff that you would do on like a everyday basis. Like all the small things will add up to like all like the big things on the field.
With decisions to come back, whether it's because of like a coaching change and transferring or trying to go pro, how is it balancing your individual goals with being a part of a team and having brothers around you for so long that you've worked so hard with? How do you navigate that?
I feel like that's taking time with like the guys, but it just kind of if you put yourself aside and like work together as a team, like as an O-line, like I won Big 12 O-Lineman of the year, but that was really like if the other guys didn't perform, I wouldn't have gotten that. So easily any other dude on that O-line could have won that award. Like it wasn't like a me thing. Like other guys have to perform. GB has to like throw passes and out Blake. The receivers have to catch balls. Abe and Tresson had to run, So it wasn't just like a me thing. It was like everybody else like performed like what they did, and like I held my weight, for them, and everything just kind of works out like the way it did.